Hi, this is Josh with Backyard Bounty, Arizona once again. I'm doing a video update by myself. Thought I'd show you a couple weeks later what everything looks like right now, and it is really some really exciting stuff going on. As you can see, the potatoes are getting very big, and even they're starting to get flower buds on them. And the interesting thing about potatoes is that if they're a certain color, that's actually the color of the flower they're going to be. So, like if you can see, it looks white, but it has a purple tinge to it. You can't really tell. But the veins on it are a light lavender purple. That's because these potatoes here are purple on the inside and outside. So they're the deep purple potatoes. And then we had a big rainstorm, a couple of them actually, last couple days. So everything's really taking off. Here's some lima beans. They're actually doing well, a few of them anyway, that decided to come along. They're crawling up the fence here. Not as many as there were with the peas or the black-eyed peas that I once did. There's another one. It's almost made it all the way up to the top. And then, forgive me for all the weeds, but those are actually from the rainstorm. I just actually took a hoe, an action hoe to them, and tore them all up, so they're actually all going to die. But here is where the watermelon that I planted is. There aren't too many watermelon plants, but if you can see, what's being popped up is leftover cantaloupe. And I'm interested, and I just decided to leave them, see what happens. Over there, if you can see it, that's actually a romaine head that I'm going to pull up today that was left over from the winter. And here's a red leaf patch that left over too. I'm going to pull those up, make some nice salads with them. Right there's the oregano, and the mint is behind it. There's the oregano. There was so much mint. I mean, it was like maybe 5 times as much as that, but I pulled it all up because if you don't know, mint, when it propagates, it shoots roots underneath the ground and creates new plants like that, and it was just going all over the place. I didn't want it to mess with the peppers or get into the other patches. The tomato plants, they were really tiny when they started. Now they're really starting to get bigger. Right now it's the 3rd week in March, so we still got a lot of springtime to go. Finally all the cold is gone. Down here you can see these are the habaneros. Still small, but they're alive. They take a little time to take off. They love the heat, so that's what they want right now. Other pepper plants, doing well. Ooh, there's a butterfly back there. If you can see back there, there's a butterfly. Oh, there it goes. A lot of bees coming back around because if you can tell, all those white flowers, there are so many white flowers. This is all blackberries. All of this, all blackberries. And there are just so many flowers. So many, and they keep coming. There's still some that haven't opened yet. They just keep coming. And then you can see from the grapevines here, they are doing phenomenally. So phenomenally that everywhere I look, you'll see these. You can see that. That's a little baby grape bunch. They are absolutely everywhere. I probably counted maybe 100 out of 6 grapevines. They keep popping up everywhere, constantly. There's some more. I mean, I can't point them all out, but you can tell just by how many I'm finding without even moving from where I'm standing. Any of these little pine cone things you see, those are all grapes. I haven't even moved yet, and you've probably counted a dozen of them already. But that's only one grapevine, and I have 6 of them. And then over here, the corn is actually starting to do what it's supposed to do, grow together. So it's actually, let's see if I can do it in the shade. There we go, now you can see it. See a little better. That's corn. Probably be ready by May, if I had to guess. And then the pomegranate tree, you can see all those red flowers on them. Tons of flowers. Hopefully we get some actual pomegranates this year. I mean, last year we did, but they weren't exactly ripe. And then the peach tree, this is one of them. It's covered in flowers in the last video, or dying flowers. But this is what we're getting on the baby peaches. Totally covering all the branches. Lots and lots of peaches. I might have to end up staking these branches because it's a young tree. Branches aren't exactly that thick. I don't want them to break. And the same thing with this peach tree over here. Same thing. Now, a co-worker of mine, I told him about blackberries, and he lives up in New River, so he lives in a much rural area. He has a natural spring by his house, and I told him if you want some blackberry bushes, you can have them. They look really wilted. That's because of the transplant shock. We'll see if they live. If they live through the weekend, then they'll be fine, but we'll see. I don't know, this is the first time I've transplanted blackberries. For those who don't know, they come up under the ground through a root system, and then a new plant shoots up. And that's what you see here. So I cut the roots off underground and snipped them off, and then saved as much as their own root balls I could and transplanted them. So we'll see what happens. And the grapefruit tree back there has new growth on it and some flowers, so we'll see what happens. But that's all for now.